Hello, Camilo. Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening, teacher.
Camilo, could you please share the link with your classmates, please?
Un moment, please.
Thank you.
Ya lo comparto, profe. Disculpe.
Thank you. Camilo, how are you doing? How is your life going?
Working, teacher. Working.
Working hard? That's good.
So.
What do you do for a living?
In Bogotá, teacher.
But what do you
Living
do?
in
What is
Bogotá.
your profession, your job?
Business administration.
Ah, good. Excellent. Business administrator. Okay.
Administrator.
Jose Daniel, hello.
Hello,
Good evening.
very nice.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. Well, just two people, Jose, Camilo, and me, no more. Oh my goodness. Well,
Profe, ya acabé de compartir el link.
okay, Camilo. Thank you. I appreciate that. What are the other people doing? Well, it's 2 after 7. Well, that's okay. We can wait for 3 more minutes, 3 more minutes to
Okay.
see if your classmates arrive. If they make the good decision to attend the online session. Tonight we are going to work on an audio. It's an audio about beliefs, attitudes, and obligations. So we are going to work on that. It's very easy, very simple. It's a piece of cake, doable, and very easy. So you can take advantage of, well, well, and get a good grade doing this, recording this audio. That's very easy. Well, meanwhile, we can talk a little bit about attitudes, beliefs, and obligations. What do you know about that? What do you know about attitudes, beliefs, and obligations? What is that? Who can talk to me a little bit about this? Attitude. What is an attitude for you?
Profe, disculpa, son las actitudes de cada uno.
Yes, yeah, that's right, Camilo. No aptitud con P. Yo soy apto para no. Actitud. Como yo actúo, como yo reacciono, como yo me comporto. ¿Ok? As
Ok,
I see the world around me, you know, as I see the world around me. Kevin, Gustavo, Gustavo, hello.
Hello, teacher. Good night. How are you?
Good evening. Good.
Good evening, sorry. I am in my work in this moment.
Ah, that's good. Well, okay. Okay, let's get started and meet all. Jefferson, Jurani, Kevin, Jurani, Jose Daniel, Jefferson, Gustavo, Camilo, and Wilson. And Wilson, the teacher, Wilson. Well, let's get started with the class. Okay, it's 7:06. So, as I told you, tonight we are going to work on a very easy and very, well, very good, um, wait a second. It's a very good evidence to do. Is very good because well you will have the possibility to talk and to record your voice, record your speech about some essential topics about attitudes, beliefs and obligations. ¿Están viendo mi pantalla, chicos?
sí, profe.
Sí, profesor, se ve.
Ok.
Yeah.
Evidencia del producto, guía 3, AA1, EB02, audio. Okay. Well, according with your English level, you must record an audio in English to identify your attitudes, beliefs, and obligations. Let me write that. Let me write that here. Wait a second. Attitudes, beliefs. I'm sorry. Beliefs and obligations. Attitudes, beliefs, and obligations. So you are required to record the video, the audio about 1 minute, no more. Okay, just the audio file, no more. You are not required a transcript. You are not required to do well anything. Just record the audio and about well between 40 to 60 seconds, no more. 40 seconds or 60 seconds the audio, no more. Okay, where you explain your attitudes, your beliefs and obligations. Okay? Is everything clear so far? Did you understand? The
Profe, qué
bottom
pena.
line of, excuse me,
¿Qué son beliefs? Que me perdí ahí.
beliefs son creencias en lo que usted cree. I believe in God. Yo creo en Dios. I believe
Ah,
in
ok.
Mahoma. I believe in peace. I believe in war. I believe in weapons. I believe in the people. I believe in love. You know, whatever it is. ¿En qué cree usted? Okay? I
Ok,
believe
teacher, thank you.
in politics. Oh my goodness, politics. That's not good at all. Okay, so we are going to watch two videos about, well, in these videos, they are going to explain us about the meaning of attitudes and beliefs in two, well, a kind of different ways, okay? So let's have a look to the videos, watch the videos, and take notes. Bueno, les voy a enviar los links de los videos, chicos, por aquí por la plataforma. Ok, les voy a enviar los links de los videos para que ustedes los tengan ahí y los puedan ver en la casa. Later on, you know, los puedan ver más tardecito, mañana, or if you want, you can watch them when you watch the recording for this session. Okay? So these are the two videos, YouTube videos. What are personal values, morals, beliefs, and attitudes? And the second one, components of attitudes. Components of attitudes, I'm sorry, components of attitudes. So those are the two videos we are going to watch right now. Okay, let's have a look to those videos. Components first of attitudes. ¿Están viendo la pantalla, chicos? El YouTube.
Sí, profesor, se ve claramente en
Bueno,
la imagen.
voy a poner el audio en mute, ¿ok? Para que ustedes puedan ingresar, para que puedan escuchar y ver.
Do you think of the typical moody teenager who needs a reality check, or maybe someone who has a strong viewpoint about a certain topic? Well, actually, attitudes are a culmination of all of these things plus more. So an attitude is a learned tendency. We can equate both of these words. It's a learned tendency to evaluate things in a certain way. So either people, issues, objects, or events. And we can break up attitude into three components. So the first is the affective component. It's the affective or the emotional component. The second is the behavioral component. And the last is the cognitive component. So together, these help us understand attitudes. Now, before we begin, we have to first know how to form an attitude. So in order to form an attitude, we must be able to experience or observe something. And as a result of that experience or observation, we're going to form some sort of attitude. So in the first component, the affective component, we may feel or have certain emotions towards a subject or a topic or an object. And these feelings or emotions are what make up the affective component. So in this case, we could say, I am scared of spiders. So the word scared indicates a feeling or emotion, which is an attitude towards spiders. In the second component, the behavioral component, we're going to act or behave a certain way towards a certain topic or subject or an object. So here we could say, I will avoid spiders and scream if I see one. So the words avoid and scream indicate a certain attitude, a behavioral attitude towards spiders. And then the last component, the cognitive component, we were going to form some sort of belief, or we may have knowledge about an object or a subject that's going to form our attitude. So here we could say, I believe spiders are dangerous. So we believe they're dangerous because we've probably experienced or observed something that caused us to believe that spiders are dangerous. So that's the cognitive component. And altogether, these components form the ABC model of attitudes.
Attitude actually is mental inertia. And from the moment that you awaken in the morning,
Well, guys, okay. So let me go back to the video, please. You know, as I told you at the beginning, well, attitudes, well, consist of different components. You know, it's are made of different components. The experience and tendency, and they are affective, behavioral, or cognitive. Affective, feelings, emotions. For instance, it's the way you react, for instance, watching a movie, or the way you react in a danger situation. Okay? Behavioral as well, as you act in different situations, as you behave in different situations. And cognitive, beliefs, ¿en qué cree usted? For instance, if you are a scientist, you believe in science, you don't believe in God. If you are a scientist, scientists don't believe in God. Scientists believe in science, you know? So it's up to our knowledge, it's up to our experience or tendency. That is attitude. Okay, now let's watch. Do you have any questions so far? ¿Tienen alguna pregunta hasta ahora? Yurani, Kevin, no, Gustavo, Ilana, Jefferson, Jose
No,
Daniel.
No, teacher, all is clear.
Okay, so let's watch the second video, please. This is another good video. They are very short. They are very short videos. I'm going to mute my microphone, please. In this video, they are going to talk about personal values as well. Okay, let's have a look to that.
personal values or guiding principles in your lives that represent what is important to you and control your attitudes. To understand how personal values affect your life, you need to know what attitude refers to. So, attitude is the way you express yourself in thoughts, words, and actions according to your values, morals, and beliefs.
This is a good definition of attitude. It's the way you express yourselves in thoughts, words, and actions according to your values, morals, and beliefs. Yeah, for instance, if I believe in God, well, my attitudes are being obedient with the religion, worship, go to the mass, pray every day, devote a lot of time to religion, to Catholic religion, perhaps. Those are beliefs and values you have cultivated uh, towards your attitude that in shape your attitude. So that is a good definition of attitude. Let's keep going, please.
And actions according to your values, morals, and beliefs. For instance, one of the common values is education. What would be the moral belief and attitude? Moral might state that it is good to speak English. Your belief might be that everyone should study English, and your attitude to it might make you angry when someone does not want to study English.
This is another good example, of the components of attitudes. She describes the value of education, moral. It is good to speak English. It's what she thinks is correct. It's good to speak English. Believe everyone should study English. And attitude gets angry when someone does not want to study English, you know, or get happy when someone speaks English very well, or when someone has studied English a lot. So, those are good examples of beliefs. Well, here she describes, she makes a precise description of value, moral belief, and attitude. Let's keep going.
Everyone has a different value set, but what influences these differences? Well, the main factors are individuals, culture, and life experiences. But when people share the same value, it does not mean they behave in the same way. For example, academic success is one of the values that many students share, but some students may work very hard to gain good grades, while others may take advantage of the possibility to break the rules of academic honesty, which means that you have many values, but you may choose what value is more important to you over others. Let's get back to the example. Both groups of students share the same value, which is success. But the second group does not believe that honesty is more important than success. So for them, it is easier to cheat than fail. Therefore, it can be said that the values that are most important to you guide your decision making in all domains of your life, such as family, social, academic, and professional life. On the other hand, understanding how personal values work is not so easy. According to different researchers, personal values may or may not correlate with your behavior. We may continuously execute some values in our daily life. However, sometimes, even though some values may be important to us and we wish we could implement them in our daily life, but we don't. So, to conclude, values is what is important to you, beliefs, what you think is true. Morals are behaviors or beliefs you think are or not acceptable for you to do. And attitudes are words, thoughts, and actions that are
Okay, it is pretty much the same as she says. It was said in the previous video. They talked about values, what is important to you, beliefs, what you think is true, moral, behavior or beliefs you think are or not acceptable for you to do, and attitudes, words, thoughts, and actions influenced by values, morals, and beliefs. Okay, so those are the definitions of and the components of. Well, I think they are intertwined. I would say intertwined. Let me look for this word. Intertwined. I'm sorry. Intertwined. Yes. Okay, they are intertwined together. So they support one another, you know, in order to, well, to complement these well, I don't know how to say these values. What are values, beliefs, morals, and attitudes? Those are like behaviors or ways of thinking or ways to act. So they are so related. So let's get, well, I want to try to record the definition of attitude for you. For instance, attitudes. When you are going to describe attitude, what is your attitude? Describe or talk a little bit about your attitude. Well, I am a propositive person, a proactive person. I am always positive and try to look for um, the well-being for everyone and try to help people as possible. Beliefs. I believe in God. Well, in not actually in God, but in a superior being, in the Almighty, you know, person in I don't know, well, in heaven or somewhere, or a special force that pushes us or and moves us to different places. It could be a god, it could be a person, it could be an animal, it could be you know, I don't know, something. I believe in someone superior to us. And obligations. I have obligations as teacher. I have obligations as husband. I have obligations as student. I have obligations as Colombian. Living in a society implies following rules, uh, accepting and obligations and comply obligations, when you live in a society, when you study in a school, when you study in a university, so you have to follow the rules for the university. If you are at work, what are you going to do at work? So at work, you have to behave according to some internal rules from your workplace. Every company has rules. Every university has rules. Sena has rules. In your house, you have obligations as son, as daughter, as friend, as brother, as husband. There are a lot of obligations and rules. We must follow. We must obey if we want to live in a society. We have to, well, attain to these rules and follow the rules and respect the rules and not break the rules. That's it. So I with this short audio, I said you like it's like it's a brief example of what you are going to do in your audio. ¿Ok? Eso que les grabé ahí, el audio hablando de las actitudes, beliefs y obligaciones, es lo que usted tiene que hacer muy cortico. 40 seconds, 50 seconds, 60 seconds. Well, it's up to you. No more than that, No más de eso. Very short and concise. Okay? Any questions? Do you have any questions? ¿Alguna pregunta?
Por mi parte, ninguna, profe.
Camilo, Yudani, Ana, Ilana, Jefferson, José Daniel, Kevin, Juan. No? Okay, so tomorrow I will upload the learning guide and the recording for this session, okay? For your classmates to do it, okay? So please try to record that as soon as possible. It's a very short homework. It's a very short and doable assignment. Es muy facilito lo que tienen que hacer. No se compliquen la vida, ¿ok? Keep it simple, ¿ok? Well, guys, thanks for attending the session. It was a pleasure working with you tonight. Good
Teacher,
night.
una duda. Teacher, una duda.
Iván.
Lo subimos a YouTube y te enviamos el link o cómo lo manejamos?
No. Lo graban el audio y envían el audio. O pueden enviarme el link, sí, también. También, cualquiera de las dos cosas.
Ok, teacher, gracias.
It's up to you, como ustedes lo quieran hacer, ¿ok? Ok, bye-bye, good night. Sleep well.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye-bye,
teacher.
good night. Don't hesitate to contact me, okay?